Let's go, movie star.
We're not only teaching gymnastics, we're teaching them to become a good human being.
Now we're getting somewhere. Good job.
It makes me happy to see them succeed. And probably we will see more upcoming Olympians in the future coming from my own business, from my own summer camps. My name is Svetlana Boguinskaia. I'm 5-time Olympic medalist here in Houston, Texas.
Svetlana Boguinskaia is also known as the goddess of gymnastics and the Belarusian swan. Good morning.
Good morning, Deborah. Thank you for having me.
Oh, thank you for being here. You know, the thing about gymnastics and the Olympics, we all connect with somebody at some point as if you're our own family member, because you're representing a country, and it's about athletes and, you know, how the human body can do so many amazing things. Everybody has their generation of who they really connected to. A lot of times it's because of childhood, right? Who they saw on the Olympics. You were born in the former Soviet Union, so different time. You loved sports. You started with figure skating, which I think is kind of the cousin to gymnastics.
Yes, I did. And at age 5, I began a figure skater. And I really wanted to skate. However, the ice was allowed once a week. And I thought, well, what's the point of skating if we don't skate?
Yeah.
So then I got introduced to gymnastics, and immediately I had no question that would be my field, because when I came to the gym, I ended up being a fish in the water. I found my aquarium.
Oh.
It was trampoline, it was balance beam, it was tumbling, it was floor exercise. You can dance, you can do leg lifts, you can rope climb, but also you can dance.
And then you
be
saw
graceful.
someone that you connected to in the Olympics.
I sure did.
And the deal was done. You knew exactly what you wanted to do. And that person was somebody that I had the pleasure of meeting as well, Nadia Comaneci, the first perfect 10.
Yes, Nadia became my idol. She was the reason I began gymnastics. And I didn't know how I'm gonna get there, but I told my mom I would like to be just like this beautiful Romanian gymnast inside of the television. I really wanted to get inside the television without knowing how to get there yet.
Yeah.
And I did.
Explain what life was like at that time, because as we mentioned, it was when there was the Soviet Union.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, the question is what the life was at the time. My parents are working parents. Mm-hmm. At 6 years old, when I started gymnastics, I had to take after school a bus for 40 minutes all by myself. I had to walk from the bus stop to the gym for about 20 minutes. And I did gymnastics probably 3 days a week at that particular time. And then my mom would come at 8 p.m. and pick me up, take me back to the bus, have like a little box wrapped in the towel with a warm dinner, and I put my head, like, it's favorite time, like I remember this like yesterday. It was my favorite time of the day when I put my head on her knees, and she would give me my dinner, my warm dinner in the bus when we go home at age 6.
Wow.
It was beautiful.
Your first class, you told your coach, I want to be an Olympic champion. Those are powerful words, because there's a difference between I want to be a gymnast and I want to be an Olympic champion. And your coach told you?
My coach told me, Svetlana, you absolutely can, but you have to promise me to do 3 things. Number 1, work hard. Number 2, work hard. And number 3, work very hard to get there. And that's what I did. I not only gave 100%, I gave 110%. If it's supposed to be 100 leg lifts a day, I would do 110. If it's supposed to be 10 cast handstand, I would do 12, just in case, because I really, really wanted to be there.
What was the first time you realized, I really am a contender? Because when you're in your own space, mm-hmm. even when you're the best in your country, mm-hmm. and then you realize, okay, but there's another best in another country, and another best in another country, and of course the best around mm-hmm. the world come to show up at the Olympics. But what was the first time you realized, I can really get there? Or did you ever think you couldn't?
I never thought I couldn't, because gymnastics was natural to me and I was good. I realized early on that I'm better than any of these children. So then the next group came. Then I came to national junior team at age 10, and I realized that I'm just like them, but I'm actually better. Yeah. I can do better than the national senior team. And then we start traveling abroad, and I start seeing that, you know, I'm there. I'm right there. I developed confidence early on. My coach built the confidence in me. And I think by having, you know, gymnast and a coach working together as a team, that would brought me a step closer every single day to my Olympic medal.
Go back to that feeling of walking onto the floor at your very first Olympics, and there's all the fanfare and all the crowds are there, and you're not just there doing this for yourself, you're representing your country?
I was 15 at my first Olympics. So the Olympics at that time to me, was not a big deal. I treated it like a regular competition. It was Seoul, South Korea, I remember, and I just went there because I knew how to do my thing.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it, but it's not the competition I remember the most about this Olympics, but it's an Olympic village and a cafeteria. And it's open 24 hours a day.
And it's
food that I have never seen, tasted, and I was just in disbelief that this is actually happening. Like 30 kinds of ice cream. I tried the second I finished Olympics, I went to cafeteria and I tried every single kind of ice cream.
Yeah, they could have given you ice cream instead of a gold medal.
Yes,
You've been fine.
At that time, like the medal, it's great, but let me try the ice cream.
Well, you ended up with 3 gold, 1 silver, 1 bronze, and then there was a decision after a couple of Olympics to move to the United States. We know that your idol, Nadia Comaneci, had to actually defect at that time, but by this time, the Soviet Union was no longer, and you made the decision to come here. And anybody who immigrates to another country, whether it's the United States or any place else, that is a big decision. And you decided to come here. Why? What was your most motivating factor?
I was 19 years old and I was thinking, I'm a curious person. I like to learn and I wanted to see different country. I wanted to live in different country. I want to experience the culture and I wanted to learn the language.
Yeah.
Plus, I wanted to help sport of gymnastics back then in America with my knowledge.
Yeah.
So helping has always been inside of me.
That part of you was easy to do.
Yes.
What was a little bit more difficult was just getting, figuring, think about 30 types of ice cream. There were so many other things that were happening. For example, driving a car. Now, when you came here, you had trouble, supporting yourself, right? And then you got a sponsor, and it happened to be somebody we know very well in these parts.
Yes,
Mac and Linda McInville.
Yes, yeah. Mr. Mac. I call him till this day Mr. Mac. I could not say mattress Mac. I don't know why. To me, it's like a mattress. You don't call somebody mattress. So I call him Mr. Mac all the time. Yes, and they became my sponsor. That's why I came to Houston, trained here with Carolus, had excellent experience. McInville's opened their doors for me in their home before I settled with apartment. They gave me my first car, but they didn't tell me that I have to turn on the light at night.
Yeah.
So the Carrie struck after workout 8 p.m. said, Svetlana, I think you should turn on the night light. And I was like, oh, Lord.
Yeah, you got through all those things.
I got through that.
You also, when you decided to do your last Olympics with Bella Caroli, who we know it came full circle, was the coach for Nadia Comaneci as well. And you say your experience there was a good one. People say he was so tough. You're like, you never knew anything but tough to become an Olympic champion. When
I came from Soviet system here at Carolus, from to Romanian system, I actually, because I trained more and harder back in Soviet Union, so transition to me was easy, and I had very positive experience being trained here by Carolus, Marta, and Bella boss, and I really truly admire them.
Yeah, you went from Olympian to mentor. Was it hard for you to realize my competition days are probably over, or were you energized by the fact that you knew your competition days was the resume to teach the next generation?
Well, Deborah, I've been in elite gymnastics for 3 Olympics, 12 years plus. I was done. When somebody was asking me, do you think you want to be there when you watch competition? Absolutely not. Yeah. I gave everything I could. I got the hardware to prove it. I didn't have to prove anything to anybody. And then I moved on with my life. And I started wanting to create a platform for children to have positive experience and fall in love with the sport just like I did.
You founded Olympia Gymnastics Camp, and it's modeled after the training that you experience, teaches the same principles. For all those little girls out there, because every time there's the Olympics, we all used to run out to the front yard and do a cartwheel, and we just knew the Olympic Committee was going to come call us, right? But we were so energized by that. But for all the little girls and the young men who would like to be Olympians one day, or young boys who would like to grow up to be Olympians one day, even if they don't ever get there, the value of being in a sport especially an individual sport. There's teams, but
Yes.
this is an individual accomplishment.
Well, the sport teaches you life lessons. We don't teach gymnastics, and I'm telling everybody, gymnastics is just such a small part of it. You're gonna grow out and move on with your life. So it's punctuality, be on time, being respectful, being coachable, follow instructions, work hard, and be a good teammate. All these transitions from sport to lifelong skills where all the athletes of any sport, male or female, will become a better humans and will be more productive at any job.
Do you coach boys also?
I don't, but I can.
Yeah, but when you coach the girls, there's all kinds of things they get out of this too. Just what the things that you mentioned, but even respect for your body and building your body and the strength of your body.
Yes, be kind to yourself, be kind to your body, be kind to your teammates, be respectful to your coaches. And the list goes on. And these girls are very committed. They have school. After school, they come to the gym. They spend 4 to 5 hours in the gym, finishing at 9 p.m., go home and do homework. So it requires of self-discipline and time management from such a young age.
All right, can I just touch one of these medals? I'm just gonna touch it.
You touch it. Did it feel good?
Yeah, it feels good.
It feels good.
Thank you so much for
Thank
coming
you.
here today. Like I mentioned, you're a part of our whole history as well, but also thank you for what you're doing for the next generation of young competitors.
You're welcome, and thank you for having me.
Okay, for Svetlana's, I just love saying your name too, Svetlana. Svetlana's full Cadillac Shaping Houston story, log on to shapinghou.com. And to learn more about the Olympia Gymnastics Camps, visit ogccamp.com. And the camps run throughout the year or summertime or when?
Summertime and 2 holidays, November Thanksgiving and December